Hello everybody, welcome back. The Pick series here at Legacy Atlanta. Enjoyed this combination. I think I've run it once before, and I usually have fun here. Built this series and ARCA. Didn't get a chance to run a fixture last week, so wanted to make it a priority. Starting out somewhat decent, 25 cars in the race. We are qualified 9th as number 19, so definitely exceeded expectations. I don't know if I have the pace to stay up here. Would love a top 10 by the end of this race, but would probably honestly even be happy with the top 15. I know that would probably mean losing iRating, but that would be better than where I'm supposed to finish. Really hoping we can just go green the whole way, let tire wear be a factor. I don't know if I'm any good at it, but I think that's probably going to be my best shot to go after a decent finish. So try to keep it clean, get off the short track shenanigans that the Super Late Model Fix Series brought, and hope for some fun.
All right, Jake, get
Face
ready.
car is off.
Go.
Sweat the tires a little bit there on the start. Not the best start on my part. We got the 16 to our outside still. Get by him. Let's work into turn one. Gonna take it easy. I know I'm gonna have to drive it a little harder than I think. 12 loses it on the cold tires. It's a spot there at least.
Still there.
Kind of held the 21 up, so we'll clear him. And get into turn 3. Hopefully not lose it off of 4. So just gonna take it easy on the cold tires. The 18 wants to push hard. Let him by.
7th position.
So far we're off and rolling. Drove one there a little bit. Okay, probably drove it a little harder than I needed to into turn 3, but not a big deal. Pretty happy with the strength of field for the time of day. So we'll try to make the most of it, see if we can get a decent iRating gain out of it.
The guy behind has just done a 31.87.
Love 0x to start getting the safety rating headed upwards as well. Hit for that A license, try to get an A fixed in Iowa this week. One with a little bit of a slider on the 4 through turn 3 and 4. He clears them, pulling away from the 18.
Lane 31.62. The guy in front has just done a 31.76.
Just trying to settle in, be as kind to the right sides as I can. Don't want to slide it, don't want to wing too much on the right front. This place is murderous on tire wear, which I think makes it so much fun. Really do love racing here, even though I'm terrible at my own halves.
Your lap time was 31.90.
One goes all the way up to the top side, 1 and 2. Just kind of falling off the back. Not sure if I want to try to get around him or if I just want to hang back here and kind of tire save. We've got no pressure from behind. See, the 18 is about almost a half second back, almost a half second back to the 10, and then a long way back to the 8 behind them. So
you've just done a 32.
Really broke it away from the rest of the group and kind of created this own nice little bubble for me. Allows me to feel comfortable, run some tire saving without fear of losing too many spots. Keep an eye on the lap time, see if we're keeping pace with everybody up front. One's really running aggressive, he's up to 4th, working the inside for 3rd. It's like the 18 and the 10 starting to group up a little bit now, maybe closing slightly on us. The rest of the pack behind
Last
as
lap
well.
time was at 32.35.
I think depending on the pace, maybe burning stuff up, and if we stay green, we might have an advantage later on. I feel like I'm probably driving it like 90%. Hope the Ford knows what he's doing in terms of tire saving, and if I sit behind him and can execute, then we'll be in a good spot. I'd assume, given his iRating, that he would have a bit of an idea. Also don't want the rest of the group to pull too far away either. Gives too much of a gap to try to make up by the end of the race. One's really working his way up, still sitting in 4th place, but really working all over the back bumper, 3rd. Enough of the throttle to keep it kind of rotating through 1 and 2 without sliding it too much. Green 4, you can get a little more aggressive with it. You gotta watch that. That bump right there got me a little loose. There's a little bit of time out of 4.
You've just done a 32.44.
Guys experimenting up high every once in a while, since most everybody's still on the bottom right now. Front 4 has started to separate themselves out. One's battling on the outside with the 3 for 3rd. He's got the advantage right now coming out of 4. Looks like he will clear him, so put the 1 up to 3rd. He works to the inside, trying to take over 2nd. One is on the move. I think he started 8th, I want to say. I think he was 1 row ahead of us. We're starting to pull away from the 18 and the 8. 10 starting to close in on them. And still get back, a good way back to the rest of the group. So, feeling like we're in a pretty good spot. A little over a quarter of the way done.
That was a 32.60.
Like I just overdrove 3 there a little bit, so a little bit of a brake drag just to kind of settle it for comfort. Lap 15, a couple more up high now, leader up high. One's fallen back to 4th, he's up high, 3 was up high as well. One's working back to the inside of the 3 through turn 3 and 4. And we've got 30 laps to go, so 1/3 of the way down. Drove the entry to 1 there a little bit. Back off the lifting point. Just kind of managing the race right now, sitting here. 7th is a good spot to be. It's like the 2, the 4, and I all kind of have similar ideas. Everybody's really challenging each other. So see if that'll be, we'll be able to mount a charge later on in the race if we stay green.
That lap was a 32.
Although not when I do that. Been close. Hopefully it didn't hurt the aero too bad. Just got a little too close to the wall, hit that bump there. Jostled the car. 8's gotten by both the 10. He's working on the 18. He's closing in. So we could end up falling a spot back. I also feel like I can push the car a little bit harder if I need to. Although, there's a couple times I didn't need to give up to him.
That was at 33.12.
18 gets back in front of the 8. The longer they can battle, the better it is. That gap, as well as work the tires a little bit more.
Like he got one mid-point.
Yeah, car feels like it might be a little slow with the arrow. We're rotated off of turn 4. Gotta wait a little bit longer on that throttle. Right rear's wearing down. 2 and the 4 are pulling away, so. Dreams of top 5 likely dashed. Now just trying to manage to stay in the top 10 if I can. So we've still got a long, long way to go. More than half the race left.
The gap ahead is now 0.88.
Just let a hint of that sign of over rotation. You can see how much slower than I am compared to before, as I completely overdrive 1 and 2, which is really gonna murder this lap. Aye. Go from managing the race somewhat well to just losing everything. Alright, we'll get it back in line, we'll be good.
Hernandez is reeling you in. The gap's now 1.24.
The 18's starting to close up, although I feel like that last lap I gave away too much time, so pick up a little bit. Well, I don't know if I can pick up 3/10 worth. I think we might be a damaged car falling through the field. So that felt like a pretty good lap, and
That lap time was
I still gave up
33.47.
quite a bit.
Okay, Jake. Lap times are pretty consistent.
Still overdrove 1 and 2 there. Just trying to make sure not to turn the wheel too much. One's starting to pull, or 18 starting to pull back away from the 8. The 8 might have burned up a lot of tires trying to work through the field. Slight bit of over rotation off of turn 2. Certainly going to get interesting before the end of the race, see if the 18 can catch us and get on by. Trying to drive as fast as I can. Just, yeah.
That's half distance. Fuel levels are fine.
So overdriving 1 and 2, really bad exit there. Oh man, this car's wiggling everywhere because of my terrible driving, so now it's gonna be not likely staying in front of the 18 and just trying to manage. Thankfully, big gap between the 8 and the 10. Well, 20 to go.
Time was at 34.
This time by. I think while caution would be nice to get repairs done, fresh set of tires, I think the best thing I could have is for this race to stay green since we're so strung out. That'll give me my best shot at the top 10. I don't think I want to challenge the 18 too much if he gets... He's going to dive it in, so think we're just gonna let him go. Sit behind him, although he backs way out. So I think the best thing is just to let him go, sit behind him, try to stay in front of the 8, rather than fight him and let the 8 close in. Trying to drive the car a little bit better at least. It's going to the bottom again. Really don't want to be on this outside very much. It's only going to hurt that right front more.
Clear inside. Inside line, you got one.
And we're going to get the 18 by here in 3.
They're low.
So we'll sit behind him, just kind of hang with him. See if I can make a late race pass. Take 8th or 7th back. Definitely think he's overdriving the entry, which is causing him to be really slow in the center, off. So it could be a way to try to exploit, get a pass done later on. Goal right now is just to be smooth, hang with them, and try to stay in front of the 10. We got 1.1, 1.2 at the line. A little bit more fine if I can with the pedal, throttle, a little bit smoother. Minimize that wheel spin. Six and the 11 are working their way up through the field quickly. That's going to be a problem for me. Yeah, top 10 might not even happen at this point.
Lap times are pretty consistent.
So they're only about 3 or 4 laps back from getting by. And we're going to have 15 to go this time by. Although, not when I do that. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Just like, I don't know. I don't know if I have the wrong throttle coming out of turn 2. The car just all of a sudden wiggles, and I probably end up overcorrecting it, and it goes into the wall. So, dumb move on my part. Clearly something I need to work on more. Although I do know there's the whole B-Series car bounce thing that happens. I'm just not managing that well.
Gap to Hernandez. Ahead is now 1.00.
Alright, well, we'll go for a top half finish. Top 12. See if we can hang on to.
8th place.
Still gain me iRating. Not as much as I would like, but it'd still be a decent day. You guys are going to have a very interesting finish with 6 and the 11 charging hard.
The gap behind is now 0.73.
It's not a matter of if, only a matter of when. So they're a couple tenths faster a lap at least, if not more. The 18 is just checking out. Last time by they were almost 4 tenths faster, and I had the exact same thing, was able to save it. I don't know, it's got to be me with the throttle out of too. Just have to be really, really bad with it. Shouldn't be too upset. These guys get by, they are supposed to finish ahead of me.
33.91.
And I know how terrible I am at these tracks, so it's all learning progress. Need to accept smaller baby steps instead of massive gains forward. See how much of a better run 6 gets off of 2 down the backstretch. It's working that outside.
There. Inside clear.
Not even going to try to put up a fight. That much faster. It's not worth giving up more time than necessary. And it's only inevitable that they're going to get on by, so...
P9. Okay, Jake, that's good consistency. Keep it up.
Seems like the top might be the way to go. Maybe I'll try that. The 11 gets on by, see if I can find something.
Low side, you got one.
I think 11 was going to drive into the back of me there.
Clear low.
Yeah, so we only got about half a second back to the 8. Put us back to 10th. 10 laps to go, just light drag, front stretch of wall, the right rear, this outside line. See if I can find anything with it. It's like it's more favored in 1 and 2 than it is 3 and 4. Just trying to do what I can to see if I can hang on to a 10th place finish. Work a little bit lower here in 3 and 4. Yeah, it looks like it's a little bit faster, maybe 10th. And it could probably be even faster if I would execute it well. Not a very good 1 and 2 that time. Six with a nice blink. Did not actually wreck, even though it looked like it.
That last lap was at 33.89.
I get the wall.
On your right.
Dreams of top 10 gone because I'm an
Clear
idiot.
high. Coming up on your... Clear.
Back to 12th. 8 and 14 both get by with that terrible mistake.
The gap to Miller.
I just ran out of talent. It's just all it is. Just ran out of talent. So close and so bad.
P12.
Still try it again though, because it seems to be faster if I can run it. Although not when I do that. Maybe we're gonna go back to the bottom because I'm losing way more time whacking the wall than I am doing that. Just garbage. It's just, I'm just not good.
It's closing the gap. It's now 0.74.
So frustrating because I feel like I left so much on the table in this race. I have nobody to blame but myself. Trying to stay ahead of the 24 as best as I can.
Lap time was 34.12.
16 up ahead, who is a lap down. In the 8, we're gonna get into a side-by-side battle. I have 4 laps to settle it here.
Okay, Jake. The next car is Miller.
Maybe I can hope for something to happen. Just trying to settle it back down so I can at least stay ahead of the 24. Wall drag like an idiot. Just pushing it over the edge too much. Well, these are all lessons of how not to drive this car here at Atlanta this week. I wouldn't have made those mistakes. Maybe I could have held on to a top 10. Trying to catch these two. We're about a half second back. And I don't know if the 16 is going to play a factor into this or not, but I give it all I got. Up a little bit on both of them. I don't know if the 14 is going to check out from the 8 now that he cleared them. I get a spot back. make me really happy. Starts pulling away. Mine's gonna get into a battle with the 24, so hopefully that occupies him. We've got 2 laps left to go. Too much throttle in the center of 1 and 2. It's gonna kill the runoff. 16 just pulls to the bottom to get everybody by. Thank you to him. I think that mistake there in 1 and 2. It's my only shot at the 8. White flag, we've got 3/10 to make up. Just don't think it's possible.
White flag, 1 more to go.
A little bit of a better 1 and 2, just like I said, I think it was too much, too little. 9 got by the 24. A couple laps he would have been by us. So we'll finish 12th. Really, I mean, top half finish when we're supposed to finish 19th. I shouldn't be upset with that, especially given the strength of field, which
there we go.
I know it's really weak compared to some of the top ones this week, but I don't know. I can't be too upset with it. I made a lot of self-inflicted mistakes that I can be upset with. Feels like a woulda, coulda, shoulda race. Just, yeah, needed to execute a lot better. Fortunate enough that none of those wall hits resulted in a 2x, so I guess we're beneficial that way. A few incident points, it looks like, but for the most part looks pretty clean. 7 ended up getting the win. 3 ended up working himself back up to 2nd. 1 finished 4th. So, great move by the 11. Started 23rd and finished 9th. Wow, that's awesome. Even the 24 with a good move from 24th up to 14th. I look like the idiot. One of the few people inside the top half of the field that lost spots off the start. So, you know, yeah, take a look at the tires. 43.59. Yeah, pretty bad. Just way too hard on that right front and sliding that right rear around. So a lot of work left to do. A lot of driving to work on. Obviously, getting into the wall constantly was not good. I don't know. Just got to figure out how to be far more efficient through the corners so I can keep the pace up at the beginning of the run, but not shred the tires. I don't know, I might run another one of these if I have time to practice and try to work on it this week. Not sure. It was a lot of fun. Glad we could go caution-free. Just wish I could have given you guys a little bit of better performance, but again, supposed to finish 19th, finished 12th, so that part's not bad, but it's frustrating when you qualify 9th and drop back due to self-inflicted wounds and bad driving on the tire wear part. So I guess we'll use this as a kind of a benchmark. And then once the rest of the regular season kicks off and we get to places like Auto Club or Las Vegas, even Phoenix 2 degree, can really kind of use this as a comparison point to see if I've improved or how much I've improved. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. Try to get out some, probably do a couple more short track races, ARCAs and short track. I don't know, just kind of mix it up, see what we can do, and hopefully by the time I get back to a mile and a half, will be a lot better, depending on what series it is, and try to get you guys some better finishes, but not the worst finish. Definitely could have been far worse. Finished out where I was supposed to. Just feel like I gave way too much away, and that's really frustrating to me. So, hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you think, and until the next one, I hope all your laps are fast, your races are clean, and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.